I thought Utah served us really aggressive. I thought they had us on our heels a lot. That was a lot of points in serve and pass early to keep those first 2 sets closer than we would have liked. But I thought we figured it out and made some nice adjustments. And, I thought we played some really good volleyball in the 3rd set, and they had a hard time keeping up with that. So overall, anytime you can get a sweep, at home or in this conference, it's a good thing. It wasn't our best volleyball from the first contact standpoint. We're going to have to be better moving forward. But overall, we did a lot of good stuff.
Statistically, that was one of the better combined performances for Mimi and Morgan.
Yes.
Same match. Anything in particular as to why that was?
It's a big deal for us. I thought Mimi looked very good tonight. I liked her decision making. Even her misses I thought were proper misses. If she can be that moving forward, that's important. Morgan had a really nice weekend last weekend. I feel like she's building momentum. She's making better choices. But the 2 of them, again, if we're going to play for a long time this year, we need the 2 of them to score well for us. A lot of stuff we've been working on in practice. I feel like the connection right now with Hannah is very good. And I feel like we had some rough patches with that, but I feel like that's dialed in. So then it just comes down to, them making the proper reads on what the defense looks like and how to adjust with what they see. And again, I thought tonight they made a lot of really good reads, and that was very exciting for this coach.
What were your overall thoughts on the serving and the serve receive?
I thought they served great, and they normally do. So I thought that, they didn't get any cheapies, but having said that, we have to pass at a higher level. I just thought we hesitated a lot on serve receive tonight, so then we went more with the 2-person, and I thought then Gabby and Georgia just were more aggressive in serve receive, which worked out better for us. I think Mimi is passing well, but I just feel like, again, there's just that bit of hesitation there. So it's not that she's not passing well, it's just maybe it doesn't make a ton of sense for us in a lot of times. So, so we worked that out. And again, I thought Gabby and Georgia passed great in the 3rd set. And then I thought Kate settled down a little bit better. And then all of a sudden, we're in system, and then we're really tough if we're in system. So, and then service, I don't know. I thought it was just okay, in the beginning, and then I thought it got better as it went on. But a nice run by Kate to open up was at the 2nd set. And then a couple different people had some nice runs in the 3rd. So I know we can do that. We got to execute that better.
Can you expand on the play from Kate today? Obviously, she had that run. She had a couple of other great moments, serving-wise, and then she was all over the floor defensively.
Yeah, I love her energy. She's really just a great team player. She's going to do anything she can for the group. Great coverage player. Again, things that don't get statted, but just kind of the dirty work she's willing to do. A couple really of the most hard-driven balls tonight, she stuck them on defense, and, that then all of a sudden they become a tipping team because they don't feel like they can swing at that, and then all of a sudden we can pick up those tips and start transitioning. So I think she did a lot of stuff that maybe you don't notice a ton, but is really important for our group. And again, she's hasn't had a ton of serve receive reps in match this year. I feel like she's getting the hang of it more, getting the speed of it. And she's definitely going to continue to be tested, throughout the season when she's in there. But again, I liked her response to it. I thought she handled it well.
You talked a few times earlier about slower starts. And I'm sure there's a couple sets today you sustained it better, but do you feel like you figured some things out in terms of starting out on your front foot a little better?
Yeah, I think the hard part is again, it hasn't been consistent as to why. So it's not like, we just come out serving poorly or passing poorly or attacking. It's not like one piece. It can be a kind of a hodgepodge of things. So, again, for me, it's more like our intensity, what I can see in our eyes. I want to make sure we're there. We're present, we're going. If that happens, then we're really good athletes. It all comes together well for us. And again, sometimes I feel like we kind of play into the match. And generally, the teams we're playing, they're bringing their best right away. So we're getting their best and we're kind of feeling our way through it, and that's a bad combination for us. So, again, I didn't feel like it was our most fierce start, It was better than maybe it's been, but it wasn't still where we need to be.
Uncharacteristically tough night for Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe serve receive bothered her a little bit. I feel like Hannah didn't set her much in the beginning. I feel like she was just really going to Morgan and middles a little bit more. And then Mimi was scoring. So I just feel like maybe Gabby got forgotten a little bit, which can happen when, other people are having a good night. So I don't think it was anything, negative. A couple missed connections, but overall I think Gabby was just, when she's passing 2-person, we're just asking a lot from her from that side of the ball. So like we did with Brooke in the past, where all of a sudden now, you might rely on her serve receive a little bit more, and that takes away some of her offense. So, but it's what we needed, and I know Gabby's willing to do whatever we need, to be successful, and I thought she did a great job with that.
Moving forward to Colorado on Sunday, obviously you got to see them the first time through in Boulder, got to scout them a little bit more. What do you have to do to prepare for the Buffaloes on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to, I think we're going to have to pass better than we did tonight. Yeah, their block is big. Utah's block is disciplined. Colorado's block is big. Kind of reminds me of like a Washington State, just pretty physical in a lot of places. So that can present a challenge. It can make you become pretty cautious as an attacker. So we need to go up and be aggressive there and have a really attack mindset, to do well against them. But we need to just control the ball better. Right now, it feels like the last few weeks we have so many weapons on offense. It's like if it's anything decent, it feels like we're hitting a really tough ball back at them and making a really good choice. So, and again, if we get Mimi going like that, then that makes us that much tougher. Back row, front row, etc. So, we just need to keep playing our game better, and we need to control that ball a little better so we can spread their block out.
When you're going up against a physical block like that, is it kind of like a strategy to like go in with your middles and try to go physical on physical, or is it like one of those things where you try to go outside and kind of spread them out?
Well, I think what we can do different than a lot of big teams, like we're physically, we have a lot of size, height at the net. Normally they play slower, right? But for us, we can play pretty fast. With that. And so for us, if we can hit the ball quicker, like there was one Carson's last swing of the night, it was, she went for it. She was very aggressive. She went on time, and now she's physical, right? So she's physical on time. Now that means they're going to have to commit to her. If they don't commit to her, they're not going to get a positive touch. So I think for us, like that's where we can really use our physicality more is just being more offensive with our speed and keeping our tempo in our offense, and then that's where we're playing our best ball. When we slow it down, I thought early on when I was commenting to Carson, she was delaying in her swing, and then that allows the block to get fully formed and bigger than maybe what we are as attacking. So we just need to continue to go in and attack the block on time or attack areas on time and make them make great plays and not hesitate, allow them to have time to figure it out.
We have a short week next week and Stanford after that. Is there any guarding against the proverbial trap team?
Well, it just feels like every match we play is a tough one. It really does. I just can't remember the last time it was like, oh, all right, we get to play. So it's just not that way. And again, I like how we schedule in the preseason to prep us for that. So I never felt like we had an easy match. So for us, I feel like every match is a trap game. Like if we don't bring it, you're going to find yourself again in a deuce or fighting your way out of it. So I think that's how we have to make it. We just have to make sure that we're always bringing our best, and that's hard. It's taxing. It's November, but I think we've handled it really well, and I'm really proud of the consistency that we have had. Of course, we're never content with everything that we do, but overall, I think we've done a really good job with that.
Anything else, Coach? They made it close. A couple hits here and there. Those first two sets. Did you talk to them? Make any changes in the third set, or just let them play out of it?
For us?
Yeah.
Again, I thought we made the change to go to a two-person serve receive, and then all of a sudden they weren't getting those free points on their serve, which they had, 9 aces after 2 sets or something. I mean, some crazy number. I don't know if we've ever seen that before. I think they had 9 aces after 2 sets. I've never seen one of our teams have that. So kudos to them for serving tough, but a lot of it I thought, again, was our hesitation with our third passer. So we went to that, and I think that was a good change. And then just trying to get our blockers to be more, our help blockers, our wing blockers to be more patient, to make better reads of if they could help block or not. I felt like we were just, we were anxious. We were leaving early, and then that was kind of not setting up our defense as well as we would like to. So I think we held them to negative hitting in that last set. I like right away, the first play was Morgan Lewis doing that better, and we had an easy dig out of that where earlier on that was a kill. So just a couple things like that that I thought was good in our offense. I thought was just pretty consistent throughout. But those are probably the two biggest things. Just not giving them those free points.